Hello again, everybody. It's John and Glenn with BestPriceNutrition.com. Today we're going to cover Lipo 6 and all the versions of it, which there are many. It's a really popular product. I think there's a lot of advertising, a lot of marketing out there, much like Hydroxycut, another popular one. I think that oftentimes in this industry drives, I assume in most, obviously, when you do a lot of marketing, it's going to drive a lot of sales. So what we're going to do is kind of go through the different versions of them, kind of discuss the benefits and the positives and negatives of them. So let's go ahead and start off with this is the original, this is the original here, this is Lipo 6X. So let's go with the original first. This is the first version that came out post-ephedra, which is just the regular Lipo 6. Got a low amount of ingredients in here. You want to run through these real quick, Glenn? We'll go through them.
There's synephrine. Synephrine is, when ephedra was banned, they were looking for the next latest and greatest, and they found synephrine, which essentially they call ephedra's cousin. Does it have similar effects? Yes. Is it going to give you that same feeling? No. There is some good documented research on synephrine saying that it can increase metabolism or burning of fat. Then there's glucosterones, which the glucosterones in here are supposed to help with increasing thyroid hormone function or thyroid hormone output. There's yohimbe, which is very popular. We see that in a lot of ingredients now in terms of fat burning. Caffeine, and then bioperin. And bioperin is just black pepper, and it's in there to help with the absorption of a lot of these ingredients. You'll see in different products where it says bioperin inside there, it's just to help with the absorption. Other than that, it really doesn't do anything else.
Okay, and that's a 2-capsule serving that he read from, so the 200 milligrams of caffeine is per 2 capsules. Now the next version that came out, I'm going in the right order, was the Lipo 6X. Now, which again has the same synephrine, yohimbe, and I think the dosages are identical. Caffeine, same dosage. Same thing with the glucosterones, I believe, same dosage. Except this one is in a rapid delivery blend, glycerin and purified USP
it's
water.
Also in this one,
they just don't list it. Yeah, so basically all these are liquid cap. That's kind of their niche, their thing. But the main difference in this one is that there is a proprietary blend of the phenylethylamine, which is from chocolate.
Yeah, it's in there more or less to make you feel good. I guess what they're hitting on here is not only the fat burning part of it, but trying to make you feel something. The downfall to adding that type of ingredient is that that particular ingredient, it doesn't last very long. For anybody who's taken phenylethylamine by itself, or PEA, it'll last for about 20 minutes to a half hour, and you have to continually dose it. So what they're trying to do with this is give you more of a feeling, make you feel good while you're taking it.
Which makes sense, because if you're dieting, sometimes your calories are low and you may not feel so good, and sometimes people tend to binge eat when they don't feel as good, so it sometimes might help some people stay on track. The other thing in there is the tyramine, and that's really the only difference between that and the original Lipo 6. And then the newest is the Lipo 6 Black, which, again, let's go ahead and go through it. Now this is all proprietary blend based, so there's just a new version of caffeine along with the regular caffeine anhydrous, which is methyl caffeine, still 200 milligrams, so that's the same, except it's 3 capsules now, so it's dosed a little less strong in terms of caffeine. So I guess in some ways.
Well, this is still very potent. It actually may, you'll still get a really good kick from it
because of some of the other ingredients that we'll get into. Specifically, there's citrus aurantium. And then there's there's also the dimethyl ethylamine in here.
Yeah, the 1,3-dimethyl or geranium.
Amylamine, geranium, which is we've seen our other videos. It's kind of a good ingredient for focus and just kind of help you mentally. And again, for that same reason we mentioned with the binge eating and if you're dieting. Now this is an interesting compound. We're starting to use in a lot of the other fat burners. The thyrronine specifically.
Yeah, the 3,5 diodothyronine. It's essentially T2, they would call it. It's in there because it's a metabolite of T3. It's supposed to increase, it's essentially putting a thyroid hormone into the body, and by doing that you can increase your metabolism or usage of body fat as an energy source. This one specifically is the 3,5, is also another one that they term the 3,3. So yeah, it's just in there as a thyroid function.
You're starting to see that in a lot more fat burners. That's kind of the trend. Now this also has 1.5 grams more of yohimbe. It's also got an additional version of it as well. In addition to the yohimbine HCl, there's an alpha yohimbine in here. And then the next blend here, there's 150 milligrams. Again, this is the same that we mentioned before. It's the beta phenylethylamine, and then another methylated form of that. and then a beta methyl form of that. So again, that's, I mean, well, we already pretty much touched on that.
Yeah,
so.
they come from what's called acacia, or acacia rigdala, I believe is how you say it. They're just, that's where they're constituents of that, or that's where they come from. Or I guess you could say alkaloids of that particular plant. And they also are from chocolate, make you feel good.
Now, a lot of people are asking, how does this compare to something like Oxy Elite Pro from USP Labs? And some of the ingredients are common to the two of
Yeah,
them.
similar to ingredients. This one with the thyroid hormone ingredient inside of it, it differs a little bit. That thyroid hormone ingredient can cause you to be slightly lethargic. I don't know. It's at 150 micrograms, so that's why this may not be as potent or have as much of a kick as the Oxy Elite Pro would.
But some of the stimulants in there are probably there to help offset some of that, lethargy that you may get from it. And again, the ingredient isn't in there to just make you tired. I mean, the idea being is that's going to help increase thyroid hormone and help you burn more fat. So that's why that's in there. Now, there's two female versions. Now, this is my own personal opinion. There's nothing gender specific about burning fat that I'm aware of when it comes to fat burners. I mean, we look over and the ingredients are very similar. It's just dosed a little bit differently from what I can see. So being that 3 capsules is a full dosage on this, you can try and take 1 or 2. So if you want to share this between a boyfriend and girlfriend or husband and wife, you certainly can. Just change the dosage. Same here. The only difference of it is there's Hoodia in here.
Yeah, they added Hoodia.
It's not really gender specific either.
Yeah, and they add folic acid and biotin, which you'll be getting that in your multivitamin when you're taking. That's in there because
those are dosed kind of low.
Yeah,
anyway,
it's a very low dose of both of them. You'd have to take multiple servings of this.
They're common for hair and skin and nail growth, but you need a lot more than that than what's in there. So, that's my own personal opinion. I don't like when companies try and take products that don't need to be gender specific and then do it because it's marketing. Because we get a lot of questions. Hey, can I take this on a female? And if you watch our video, we did one on bodybuilding supplements for women, and we kind of discussed when it is appropriate to take supplements that are for women, like a multivitamin versus a men's multi. There are actually some purposes there, but with this, it really, to me, it's just a way for companies to have more SKUs in their line and market it. So again, there's nothing wrong with these products. I just don't think that they have to be gender specific. So if you guys have any questions on any of these, please feel free to go ahead and post comments in the blog or on the videos. We're more than happy to answer them. Thank you.
Thank you.